respected Secretary Industries and Commerce, Sri Kiran Gite sir, CEO TRLM, Sri Tarit Kanti Chakma sir, Director IT, Sri Ragul sir, and respected stakeholders from different banks, institutes, buyers, sellers, and different companies. Most welcome to second reverse buyer seller meet. So this is mainly about the capacity building of MSME, where the existing MSMEs as well as the new MSMEs we want to build here in Tripura, so that it not only provides the livelihood but also the opportunity of taking our products to the national level as well as the international level. Next. So I would like to tell about the Tripura MSME ecosystem, where mainly Tripura has, as of now, on Udyam registration, it is approximately 1.12 lakh MSME, and out of that it is mainly scattered across rubber sector, bamboo sector, handloom and handicraft, and then many into the manufacturing also. As we all know, the MSME is the second largest employer after the agriculture. So it becomes the responsibility of not only the government but also of the industry and businesses that we develop the MSME to the next level which is comparable to the national standards as well as the international standards. Next. So talking about briefly about the RAM program, it is a World Bank funded program where the Government of India It is a World Bank funded program where Government of India is in partnership with the state government. We are implementing this program through the Department of Industry. And the main aim and objective of the scheme, the RAMP scheme, is to scale up the capacity and coverage of MSME by enhancing the overall performance and competitiveness of the MSME. So there are different components under the RAMP scheme which enables the MSME to build their capacities, and then which enables the sellers to come up with new products which is suitable to the market. Next. So these are the simple components under the RAMP. It is for the awareness of all august audience here that we are working on enhancing the firm capacities through training of 24,000 entrepreneurs who are youth, who are vendors, Vishwakarma artisans, or who are from different background. So we are working on their training, and then we are providing them the access to technology through integrated database, through upgradation of IT infrastructure. And we are also providing the access to market through transport subsidy scheme, and on different exhibitions and different exposures we are sending them. So I will talk about all of these in detail one by one, so as to have an overall picture of the MSME in Tripura with you, so that for future also you can have a contact with different sellers and different MSMEs of Tripura for your company's needs. Next. So the main component of the RAMP is that it is entrepreneurship knowledge program and entrepreneurship growth program. Here we are providing the training to unemployed youths and different very small scale cottage industries or village industries to become MSMEs through different training, financial literacy, banking procedures for availing loan, and MSME formalization through Udyam or FSSAI, and then to allow them to sell their product on GEM and ONDC. Next. These are some glimpses of EKP and EGP workshop we have already concluded, and we are in the process to complete the target by March 2027. Next. The main part of the RAMP is vocal for local. Here what we are doing is we are targeting 8,000 entrepreneurs through the awareness camps, road shows, and through social media integration. And what is our main objective is to bring them on the formal sector, which is through registration, licensing support, credit facilitation, digital marketing, and e-commerce. And out of that, we are planning to build at least 400 MSME through this program. But otherwise, we are planning to build approx 40,000 MSME who can be called as great success stories. Next. And then how to help the MSME, the small businesses, the small village industries. We are planning we had already established a help desk where there are 83 block and urban resource persons. These resource persons are trained in different MSME ecosystem things which are required for the MSME, and these resource persons are providing the facility to the MSME and to the small businesses of credit linkages, the facility of different scheme awareness, how can they apply for different schemes and how to apply for the loans, how to go for the digital marketing and different subsidies, and how to go on the formal sector. And we are also using the facilities of these resource persons to carry out the MSME survey. So it is known to us that over the period of time, MSMEs, they register, then they do their business, and some of them close over the time. But to have a real-time survey, we are using the facilities of BRP so that we have the real-time data with us, and which will help us to make the future policies. Next. Then we are providing the digital transformation technologies to the different MSME through a single platform. So this is our integrated website where this is useful not only for the sellers but for the companies also. For example, today you must have seen the QR code where the details of the sellers are there. But from now onward, everything will be available on this website. So sitting anywhere in the corner of India, if any company in the any of the city, they can just log on into this website and see the details of seller, which all sellers companies are all they are ready with their product. So you can just have a MOU with them through this website, and you can purchase orders in bulk also. So this is an integrated database, and which is live and dynamic, and you will get a real database, real information from time to time. Next. We are working on to upgrade the IT infrastructure of our district industries commission centers so that they can facilitate the MSMEs in their growth. Next. Then there is very most important thing is sectoral market intelligence. What happens, we are all aware that over the period of time, one products get obsolete and then new products comes up. So here the sectoral market intelligence comes into the picture, that the sellers are in align with the demand of the buyers. So wherever there is a demand of any kind of new product, say for example, now there is a demand of organic products with respect to textile, apparels, as well as with respect to edible products. So our MSME, it is our responsibility to tell small businesses that this is the trending product in the market, so we should be building those kind of products. So here we are also working on the sectoral market intelligence, which will help the buyer companies as well. Next. And to get their product into the market, not only Tripura, beyond Tripura into the northeast states, beyond northeast state into the mainland Indian states, and to the global countries like Middle East and everywhere, we are providing the transport subsidy also, so that the logistics cost, which is a problematic for Tripura like state, it could be reduced. Next. So this is the first RBSM which was held 2-3 months back, where we concluded approx 30 LOIs in different sectors like bamboo, rubber, tea and food processing. And we are continuously monitoring those LOIs along with our team, so that the sellers, not only sellers get the benefit, but the buyers also get a very good quality product from Tripura. Next. These are the details of few of the companies where they had made a good amount of MOUs for say tea. We have a very good special Kali Khasa rice, bird eye chili, bamboo lamp sheets, green tea, fresh ginger. So these are the USPs of Tripura which you can also explore, and you can, as you have seen, there are 50 stalls waiting outside for your visit, and you can see what are the special products of Tripura. They are GI tagged as well as, and we are working on others to get the GI tag. Next. This is the QR code which is available to all of you, where you can know your sellers and their products. We have a digital cataloging of the product, the detail of the seller and the company and the product. So you can go visit through this, and it will be updated time to time. And as I already told, there is a website where we are updating all kinds of product, and you can put your demands also, that we want these kind of customized product in tea, in agar, in bamboo or in rubber. Any kind of customized product also, we are ready with the incubation center to bring a customized product for you, and so that your demands are met just sitting anywhere in country. Next. It is very important that the small businesses thrive and then the MSMEs thrive. For that, there is a component of partial reimbursement of loan. So there is a 5% partial reimbursement of loan on this. Alongside, I had already talked about the transport subsidy also. Next. All this will make MSMEs competitive, and what could be what is called as the ice on the cake is, if we make them green MSMEs, and the gender and the social governance, all the factors are included in the MSME, then the value of the product increases multifold time, as you are all aware. So we are working on technology clinics also, where these clinics are guiding and spreading the awareness to the MSMEs regarding environmental and social governance, resource efficiency and cleaner production. Next. And about the exposure visit. So this is the initiative of our department under the guidance of Honorable Minister Madam and Secretary Sir, that there are always the multiple exposure visits of officers. But this time we are taking the small businesses, MSME owners on the exposure visit to different parts of country, like Hyderabad, where there is a technology hub, tea mission, like Calcutta, where there is a fashion designing, and Ahmedabad also. So we are selecting the MSMEs based upon their demand, what kind of market do they need, what kind of technology do they need, and we are taking them to the exposure visits to different cities. And this will help them to improve their product, and which will in turn will help you as a buyer to get a good quality product in a less span of time. Next. Now that MSMEs, I had talked about how we are hand-holding them, how we are supporting their initiatives. Overall, other than MSMEs also, we are working on to improve the investment ecosystem of Tripura, so as to we get the investment, different companies can establish their factories and start their production here. And since you all are from different companies across the world, it should be very important for you that what is the investment ecosystem, how has it improved in Tripura over the period of time. I'll take just a few minutes to explain the investment ecosystem for your benefit. So these are the different policy highlights which are available to the different companies to avail the incentives and subsidy and different kind of support. So very important of that is Tripura Industrial Investment Promotion Incentive Scheme 2022. Here you get the subsidy on capital and plants and machinery, the subsidy on interest subvention, subsidy on power, and the subsidy of transport, and likewise. So there are 11 components under which any company establishing the factory here under manufacturing or the services, they get a good amount of incentive and subsidy. Likewise, we have dedicated policies for all the sectors: tourism, IT, logistics, agarwood, startup policies, and these are as you can see on the screen. So depending upon the requirement of different sectors, we have all the policies which facilitates the business. Next. as I noted just that there is a capital investment subsidy of 30% up to 1 crore, and in third sector there is a 40% subsidy up to 1.25 crore. There is a procurement preference. If your MSME is registered in Tripura, production is here only, and then the government provides the 15% procurement preference to that MSME. Promotion subsidy is there, power charges subsidy. It is very important to know, and it should be very important for you also, I am sure, that there is a good amount of power subsidy, and then interest reimbursement. Next. So any businesses would need a certification also. Good quality of certification, ISO or the European standard gives your product a very good amount of value, and globally recognized. So those kind of certification we are providing the full reimbursement if you have a good if you want to have a good certification for your product. Then we have employment cost subsidy, credit guarantee subsidy, export promotion subsidy also, and exhibition participation subsidy. So likewise, there are 11 components under which your business can avail the incentive and subsidy to manufacture a better product. Next. And alongside there is a central government subsidy also, which is Uttar Purva Transformative Industrialization Scheme, provided by the Department of Industries and Internal Trade of Government of India. There are three main components. Capital investment, there is a subsidy of 50% with a cap of 7.5 crore. There is an interest subvention subsidy for 7 years, and there is a CGST reimbursement up to 10 years. So this is also a additional subsidy in addition to the state, what state is providing to your companies. Next. These are the list of third sector where you get the additional 10% subsidy. These are the tea, agar, rubber wood, plastic waste management, municipal waste processing, agro waste, industries manufacturing biodegradable plastics, and likewise hospitals, logistics, renewable energy, etc. Next. We had put a lot of effort to take the Tripura's incentives, Tripura's ecosystem to the other cities of India, so that to attract different kinds of investment in different sectors. We had conducted our roadshow in Delhi, Hyderabad, Bangalore and Guwahati, where we were able to conclude the LOIs and MOUs of 6,457, approx 6,500 crore rupees. And we also had a special interaction with the different embassies in Delhi, which is Bulgaria, Luxembourg, Austria, Italy, Mexico, Indonesia, and the list is endless, where these countries had shown their interest in gas exploration. Tripura has a huge amount of natural gas reserve, which is still untapped. Only one company is exploring that. So these different embassies, like Russia and Italy, they had shown interest. Likewise, they had shown interest in cyber security, education, tourism, technology, startup. Now, and Tripura is very well established and ready to meet the demand of these foreign countries as well. Next. Then we have a dedicated meeting, separate meeting with the Russian embassy, and they showed their interest in tourism, education, gas exploration. We also had a dedicated and separate meeting with the embassy of Austria and embassy of Mexico. So these are the countries where very soon you will be seeing the products of Tripura being used by the citizens of these countries. Next. Any kind of company would want that everything related to regulations and compliances is provided under one roof. So this is the single window approval by government agency in Tripura, which is now it is 2.0. We have improved a lot, and here you will get which kind of approval do you want. For example, you just log into this Swagat portal and you select the manufacturing activity, the line of production. This portal will tell you what kind of approval do you need. So you need not to run here and there, everything is available here. Then just one single application form. Today your company is in say into textile or apparel sector, tomorrow you want to go into semiconductors, then GCI steel sector, but you will have a single login and a single application form. Only that you need to just pay the fee and you start the production. And this portal allows you to check where your NOC is lying, into which department, and how many days has been taken by that department to approve the NOC. And through the law, through the statute legislation, we have made the provision of deemed NOC. So in a different period of time, say if NOC is required to be approved or to be taken care in 3 days, and it is not acted upon by the department, then you will get a deemed NOC. So that is the power of Swagat portal, and this is as per the statute also. Next. So what we have done in the ease of doing business is that we have complied to the phase 1 of deregulation and compliance phase, in which Tripura stood first. That has resulted into reduction of penalties, reduction in license fees, reduction in huge number of compliances, and now very few compliances are left which are risk based. Otherwise, either there are self-certification or the third-party verification. And then in phase 2 also, the Tripura stood first among all the Indian states where we brought changes, we complied to lot many regulations in urban sector, labor sector, industry sector, and pollution sector as well. So this is just one example that before this there were 500 types of different trade licenses. Now we have rationalized them into very few, and the fees brackets are also very few. Next. So this is the appreciation certificate from the Cabinet Secretary to our respected Chief Secretary, where Tripura stood first out of all the 28 states of India, and it was a kind of impossible task where they would say that any small state like Tripura was even able to do it, but we did it. Next. This is the top achiever award received by the our department, and Madam Minister is taking our award from the Honorable Commerce and Industry Minister Piyush Goyal. So this is the our ecosystem, the investment ecosystem which we have improved over the period of time. And I would like to use this platform to invite all the companies, all the sellers, all the banks, and all the stakeholders, different departments, to please participate in our Destination Tripura, the Investment Summit Business Conclave 2026 on 9th and 10th July. So your participation will be very important for us to just not only get the feedback and reviews how to improve our products, but to take Tripura at the national and international level. Thank you very much.